I see so many coaches and creators who's spamming content every single day, hoping that someone is going to buy from it. But that's simply not how it works. In order for you to actually build an audience of buyers, you need a clear framework and a system behind everything. In this video, I'm basically going to walk you through the exact content system you need in place in order to actually build an audience of buyers. So let's get into it. So the first step in order for you to build an audience of buyers is by basically identifying your ICP. And if you don't know what ICP stands for, that basically means ideal client profile, which is your target audience. And the reason to why you need to identify this is because it's going to be so much easier for you to create content that actually converts if you know who to actually target with it. And these are the type of questions that you have to ask yourself. Firstly, who are they? Their story. What do they look like? What are they passionate about? Long-term goals, short-term goals, biggest fears, biggest struggles, what transformation do they want, how does your brand / offer solve their problems or get them closer to their dreams, preferred platforms, etc. Because you should literally know them better than them knowing themselves. That's insanely important. And if you currently have clients, or if you're getting a lot of clients, what you need is a client form or a feedback form, as I call it, that you should send to all the new clients that you're getting on board. And in that form, you should ask them questions so you can get clearer on who your ICP actually is, because that is something that you're changing over time. And these are just a few examples of questions that I personally ask. So firstly, was there any weird reason to why you felt attracted to work with me? If so, what was it? Many of my current clients say that they really like my energy and that's why they decided to start working with me. Then you can have, what parts of my content or message made you feel like I could help you? How did you first discover me? How long did it take for you to decide to start working with me? What finally pushed you to book the call, etc. You see how it works, and it's insanely important that you actually ask these type of questions to get to know your audience better. Then what you also can do is to create content talking about these specific things. For example, if you're asking if they had any objections before working with you, or if they hesitate before actually signing up with you, then you can create content breaking down those things and just handling all the objections in the content instead, because that's how you pre-sell people, and the whole sales process is also going to become 10 times easier for you then. So this is, I would say, the most important step. Then secondly, we have your branding. This is also insanely important because this is how people actually remember you. And the first thing is identity. This is your personality, beliefs, values, stories. This is the brand around you, who you are as a person. Then we have the visual language, your type of editing, camera quality, fashion, how you dress yourself, color grading. Then brand edge, your language, the way you speak, sports, talents, everything that makes you special. And lastly, we have the growth vehicle, which is around your business. And it's super important that you're following all of this and really building a strong brand for yourself. Because I don't know if you have watched many of your videos, my videos, you can literally see that in 99% of them, I always have this cap on my head. Because this is my branding. This is also how people remember me. Then another thing is the way I shoot my videos, the colors that I have in them, because I usually have the orange color. All these things matters, plus my language, my energy, like all these things that you're not thinking about, like they are actually mattering. That's how people actually remember you and your brand. Then thirdly, we have your reels that you actually post. This is insanely important because if you actually want to be able to build an audience of buyers, you need to know exactly what type of videos is that you should be focusing on posting and producing. The first video is value videos. And Don't just sit there and record the same educational videos as every other person out there on the internet is posting. No, in the value videos, you have to focusing on shifting real beliefs in the viewer. You have to remove all the limiting beliefs that's holding them back right now. You have to explain the value part using your own method. And of course, be specific. You can't just give generic advice. Then storytelling content. This is insanely important because this is how people actually connect and buy into you as a person, because they buy into stories. So share your story, talk about specific problems that you have had in your past. Then proof content. This is basically content that shows that what you actually do work, and this is also what I call authority content, because this is how you position yourself as a leader and authority in your niche. And as you can see here, an example of this is a video that I posted where it says how I book 4+ calls per day through outreach. This builds authority and it shows that I know what I'm actually doing. And proof content doesn't always have to be about you. It can also be about your clients, etc., like client interviews and you name it. Then lastly, we have the authentic content. This is content that makes people buy into you, that shows that you are a real person. So it's super important that you're following all these 4 styles right here and posting these, because you can't just post value videos and expect someone to actually buy from that. You have to mix all these styles, because over time that's how you nurture your audience and build up the trust that you need to turn someone from a viewer into a buyer. And this is basically how the whole process should look like. So at the top of the funnel right here, you see this is like your Instagram content. This is how you get new people coming into your content ecosystem. That's how you get new people to see your page from the first place. Then from there, they're going to watch your long form YouTube content. And on YouTube, that's where you're focusing on nurturing audience, building up more trust and connecting on a deeper level. And I would say YouTube is 100% the most important platform to be on now in 2026, especially if you're in the info space or a coach, because the all-time trust online right now is at an all-time low and people just simply have to spend more time with you before they buy into you as a person. And it's not just YouTube. The middle of the funnel here is also your stories that you're posting on a daily basis, your story sequences. This is also super important. Then lastly, booking a call. That's like the last thing they do before they actually go and buy from you. So this is basically how the whole game is working. They firstly see a reel from you, they watch your YouTube channel, see your stories, then they either DM you or just go straight and book a call. This is how the content process looks like right now. It's not just about posting short-form content and getting someone to book a call from that. No, that's not how it works. Then lastly, we have tracking. If you're not tracking everything that you do in your business, every specific piece of content that you're posting, you're leaving so much money at the table every single day. And as you can see here, we're literally tracking everything when it comes to new conversations started, responded. Like this is just an example of a tracking sheet. This is just from outreach alone. This is about sales. Like you have to track every specific piece of content that you post, plus every area of your business, because that's how you scale in a predictable way. Because if you don't know your numbers, you can't even call yourself a business owner. So it's insanely important that you're following this content strategy in here if you actually want to be able to build an audience of buyers. And if you actually want to work with me and have me to scale your personal brand, your coaching business, then just book a call below this video. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.